You know, sometimes you see a video on YouTube, or you're watching something on TV or something. Maybe it's on the news, maybe it's a documentary, maybe it's oh, just something random. You know what I mean? It's just like something that you just didn't expect it. It's like it just came out of nowhere. And being that the title of this video is about breakup violence, uh, I must have been under a rock or a boulder or something. Like I must have been underground or something, because this is the first time I have ever heard. I mean, I can't really say that this is the first time I've ever heard something so stupid, but honestly, this I when I heard this, when I actually heard this, because I was actually watching a video on YouTube, and this video that I was watching on YouTube, uh, it was like a uh, kind of like watching Forensic Files or something like that. And what happened is this chick, uh, um, this chick got murdered, and it turns out that the person that murdered this chick was an ex boyfriend. Now, what happened is this girl broke up with this guy, and this guy apparently got so pissed that he killed his girlfriend, and they called that breakup violence. Oh my god, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my whole life. You know that? I just, I listened to that about the breakup violence thing, and I'm thinking to myself, man, how the hell did they come up with a term like that? That's stupid. I mean, I don't care what excuse it is. I mean, you go out of your way and kill somebody. I mean, don't give a fancy term for it. I mean, the guy was, the guy was pissed off that his girlfriend broke up with him and he killed her. I mean, you can call it whatever you want to call it, but it was just stupid. I mean, this what I saw, what they were talking about, what they were trying to do. I was like, man, you are stupid, 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 stupid. Because after kind of they we're done kind of doing their little investigation, because they try to make it all dramatic and shit. They try to get you all reeled into the whole process, and then they started like showing this guy that was talking to a bunch of guys in a big old like auditorium, and the guy was sitting there saying, yeah, don't do breakup violence, don't do breakup violence, because you know you just can't be violent. I'm thinking to myself, hold on a second. I mean, I might be under a rock, and I'll admit that. Like, I did not know about this breakup violence. I've never heard that term before. But when somebody murders somebody, why don't we just give them the death penalty? I mean, that will more than definitely. It will. If I start laughing, I think I'm gonna lose it, actually. But here's the thing, you know, they want to find a way to deter breakup violence. Breakup violence. They want to find a way to deter breakup violence. Well, I know one way you could deter it. If you hang a person out in the street for everybody to see, that's a pretty good way to deter breakup violence. I mean, come on. They want some guy, stands up in front of a bunch of dudes and is like, yo, guys out there, macho men, don't beat up your women. You'll be breakup violence. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Oh man. I mean, it kills me. And this breakup violence thing, I mean, it's not just, killing somebody. It could be, like say I have a girlfriend and she breaks up with me, and then I say, man, bitch, I'm gonna beat your ass because you broke up with me. Time for some breakup violence. You know? I mean, it's like, I mean, come on, you know? I just think this whole breakup violence thing is just, I mean, it's just retarded. You know, I mean, it's just the dumbest thing I've heard in a long time. And believe me, I've heard a lot of dumb things, you know? But then this comes and I'm like, man, this is the dumbest thing, one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in a long time. I mean, this is dumb, you know? Oh, man. I mean, it kind of reminds me of something I heard like a year or two ago. I heard, you know, there was like this 2 year old kid that was having temper tantrums. And the parents were like, you know, since my kid is having a temper tantrum, oh, we got to put our kid in anger management courses. You know, we got to have our little 2 year old baby going through anger management because he's throwing temper tantrums and we can't get him under control. It's just exactly how I look at this breakup violence thing. They're going about it completely the wrong way. They need to teach these fools a lesson when they beat up a woman or they kill her. You need to teach these fools a lesson. And I'm saying that most of the time that a domestic violence or something like that goes, it's usually the guy that does it. I mean, I'm not trying to be stereotype or anything like that. I mean, there are some crazy women out there, you know. There's some crazy women that will, you know, they will throw Twinkies and shit at you, man. I mean, they're gonna kill you with that stuff, man. I mean, there's some crazy women out there. I'm not gonna say there isn't, you know, but most of these domestic disputes and, you know, oh, you broke up with me, so I'm gonna go and kill you. It's usually the guy. It's usually the guy that does it, you know. Usually, not that I'm trying to, again, you know, I'm not trying to throw a stereotype, you know, but it does happen a lot of times that way. But every now and then, there's a surprise out there. Oh, it's a female. She has some guns on that shit. Time to do some breakup violence. So, anyway, I must have just been under a rock because as soon as I heard that, I just could not believe that they even came up with a term for somebody after they have broken up and they're so pissed off that they go and kill another person because, after all, that person didn't decide to be with them. So, hey, let's just call it breakup violence, everybody. Anyway, it's the dumbest thing I've heard in a long time, and I just thought I had to make a video about this because, I mean, it's just... I mean, I'm laughing about it, you know, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, you know, like, man, this is just, oh, it's so dumb, you know? I mean, it's really dumb, you know? And, anyway, I'm curious what anybody else has to think about this breakup violence thing. I mean, this is the first I'm hearing of it. Like I said, I must have been under a rock. You know, I must have missed a day of school or something. I mean, something went down. I missed it. Okay, I did not expect to hear that anywhere, and now I'm just like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my whole life. You know, it's kind of like, you know, when somebody robs a bank. You know, if somebody was to go rob a bank, and like, you know, you go and you go in there and, you know, you end up, because people are not cooperating, like the hostages, you start shooting the hostages and you run with the money and stuff. And it's like saying, well, you see, this is why we need gun control, because the gun killed those people. Well, the gun wouldn't have killed all those people if everybody in the bank had a gun, if everybody was hauling guns everywhere, packing guns all over the place. It would be different if everybody was packing guns, but the problem is, not everybody does pack a gun. So that's why, you know, some guy can walk into a bank, take the whole place hostage. All it takes is one gun and one guy to take a whole bank. Doesn't matter if he has, you know, a little revolver. I mean, people are going to be scared of that. If it's pointed their direction, they're scared because they know it could kill them. You know? So, you know, it's amazing how people, and, you know, I don't know what this really goes more than anything else, but this is stupid. I mean, it's like, you know, it's just, you want to show people not to be, you know, the point of breakup violence. You know what? do what I just said. If a guy goes and kills a girl, hey, that guy ought to be shot, shot and film. Film him being shot and killed and put it for everybody to see on national television. Hang him up on a pole or something. Hey, whatever happened to the 1800s? 1800s, we used to hang people, It's something that could work now because that's something that people really need as a wake-up call. And if they cannot, through all of that, if somebody sees somebody getting hanged and they cannot see that they should do no harm to other individuals, if they can't see past that, then they really don't belong in society. And if they still go and kill somebody, then we know that we did everything we could to try to deter them from actually doing it because that was what would happen to them. And if a person goes and kills somebody, then they kill themselves, then they do us a favor of not having to take them to court. So it's basically a win-win situation if it happens to be that scenario. Though I will have to strongly advise to the fact that I don't think that any one person should go and kill a bunch of people that kill themselves. After all, it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard is somebody doing something like that. Of course, just like the breakup violence, just like the gun control thing, these are all just kind of dumb things to say the least. They all kind of go in the same bandwagon to say the least. So anyway, I'm curious what anybody else thinks about this breakup violence thing, but I think it's dumb. I think it's useless, and I mean, it's pointless. It does not make people stop from doing domestic violence or killing another individual because they broke up. I mean, it's stupid. You want to really attack something, you need to really attack, how we take care of situations. When somebody does something like that, we don't give them the death penalty, when they should get it. Because that is how you try to deter people from doing things. That's a real big deterrent. Imagine if there were bodies being hung up in the streets off of lamp poles. Imagine what people would think of that. You know what I mean? That'll really engrave an image into somebody's head, So anyway, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video or did not enjoy this video. Comment or like this video. Subscribe to my channel. Whatever. Say whatever you want. Fortunately, I just had to bring this up because I just could not help but think to myself how ridiculous this whole breakup violence thing is. And anyway, that's the end of this video, and I will see you guys later.